For many years I didn't have a voice, especially in the years when I didn't have a diagnosis. So I think it's important that I've got this opportunity to have one and to share my story. Other people with rare diseases mightn't have the same rare disease as me, but I'm pretty sure that everybody has a similar story, similar experiences, similar frustrations. And I'm hoping that if somebody watches this, that they might think I'm not alone. My name's Mandy. I have hypermobility Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, but it's also known as EDS. I also share with my son a chromosome disorder. It affects my mobility, which means that I need to use a wheelchair to leave the house. Even at home, my mobility wouldn't be good either. Some days I can walk with very little pain and other days I can't walk at all. It also causes severe pain. Now that pain would be in the joints, the muscles, but there's also nerve pain as well. So there's pain 24/7. You just have to manage it, and when the pain is bad, you just have to take it easy, go to bed and hope tomorrow will be a better day. Having a rare disease in Northern Ireland is very difficult because there's no one-stop shop, so I feel that the treatment is very fragmented. Unfortunately, I was misdiagnosed with fibromyalgia. I actually joined a fibromyalgia support group, and that's when I learnt that I actually had symptoms that the other people in the group didn't have, and that helped me then keep going to get a diagnosis. I'm very lucky. Most of my consultants are very supportive and will do their best to learn about EDS, but none of them are experienced. Without the support of my parents and my husband, I don't know where I would have been, because I actually didn't get diagnosed with EDS until I was 41. Being a carer for a rare disease is probably as difficult as the person who has the rare disease. Davy has to support me, he has to support Ben and Cara, but we do make a good team because I'm very good at supporting him as well. I'm also a carer for Ben and Cara too, although it's mostly emotional support and supervisionary support I give. So I've got a bit of an insight to being a carer for somebody with a rare disease as well as being somebody who has a rare disease. I was fairly symptom-free until 29 when I became pregnant with Ben. My first pregnancy was difficult, but it was the second pregnancy at 33 with Cara when I really started to have a lot of difficulties, and that's probably when I became disabled. My 30s were very difficult. I had 2 young children at home that I was trying to look after, but yet I wasn't well myself. I went on maternity leave with Cara at 33, and I think deep down I knew I wouldn't be returning to my career. After 16 years of walking away from my career, I still miss it today. People think I'm lucky because I don't have a full-time job, but what they don't realise when you have a family with a rare disease, that's a full-time job in itself. They don't realise what it's like to have to claim benefits to survive. It's definitely not the easy choice, and I wouldn't wish it upon anybody else. In the past, because of my experiences with DLA, I will be honest, I felt a lot of anger. Not only did I feel anger, but my family felt it too, because I didn't go through that experience on my own. They went through it with me. When I applied for Disability Living Allowance 16 years ago, I was awarded it straight away, and that was a massive relief. But when I went to renew a couple of years later, they took my mobility award away. I appealed it, but unfortunately lost. Then when I went to reapply a couple of years later, they actually took my whole award away. Over a period of 5 years, I had 2 or 3 more appeals, and unfortunately in the end, I lost all of them. I've had to become an expert on how to fill in PIP forms. I've had to study the supporting documents and learn the law behind the questions, and also learn what answers the assessors are looking for. It's very time consuming filling the forms in, and There's always forms needing to be filled in, having a family who are all on benefits. I also feel that the information that the assessors have on their database isn't always up to date or goes into enough detail about EDS and other rare diseases. This experience has meant that I am extremely sympathetic to people who are applying for PIP, ESA or Universal Credit because of my past experiences. Every day the guilt is there, even though my family tell me that they don't hold it against me. I was absolutely devastated when I got the results back and realised I'd passed on the chromosome disorder to Ben, and I was devastated when I started to see symptoms of EDS in both my children. All you can do every day is to try and put it to the back of your mind and just get up and get on and do what you need to do. If I'm having a bad day, I can go to bed. I can stay in bed and all day if I have to. He's got no choice. The dinner needs made, clothes need washed, dogs need walked. I have an amazing husband who has always supported me, and I also have two amazing parents who are exactly the same. Even through the years when I had no diagnosis, they all believed that there was something wrong with me and were always there any time that I needed them. Davey and I just celebrated our 18th wedding anniversary recently, and the reason I feel lucky is because statistics say that only 25% of couples where one of you has a chronic illness actually stay together. Life was very tough at the beginning, especially the early years when I first had to give up my job, but life has got much, much better. If I was still working, we would probably have a bigger house, fancy car, more holidays, but you soon learn to live without all of that and realise that you don't actually need all of that. Life is too short that even though I'm disabled, I'm determined to get out and enjoy my life and make the best of it. This is not the life I thought that I was going to have, but it's not a bad life either, and I'm very happy. I have a very positive outlook. My glass is always half full. I also hope that I won't get any worse, and I hope that my children will both get better. I'm very stubborn, and I won't let any of my disabilities beat me. I hope when one day I'm not here anymore that both my children will say that their mother never gave up.